Mel Gibson, thanks for joining Jesse Waters Primetime at Fox.
Hey, Jesse, how are you?
I'm great. Have you had any time to watch Fox recently, or have you been a little busy?
I've been busy. I don't turn on the TV that much. Tell you the truth, I kind of know what's going on, but sometimes it's a little heavy.
Yeah, it is a little heavy. There's a lot of war and there's inflation, but we're going to get through this. I watched your film this morning and I cried, and I'm not a crier. It was a very powerful movie, and tell me if I have it right, that this is all about suffering, and people suffer, have a choice. They can either be angry or they can be grateful, and if they're grateful, then they can receive God's grace, and that is what life is all about. Did I get it?
I think that's one of the main themes. There's other themes, of course, but that's pretty good. Yeah,
okay,
I'll go
I feel
with
like
that.
I passed the test here. Tell me about
yeah.
suffering, because that seems to be something that everybody goes through. You, me, the American people. How do we process that?
Everybody's got a boulder, man, and everybody's got, they got a drag or something around, and of course, something's going to come by and knock you down at some point in your life, now, later, and how do you stand up from that, And how do you not only stand up, but find the purpose in that? There's a purpose for all of this, and so it's looking for that purpose. And I think, if we're too self-involved, I think if your head's too big, put it that way, it's an easier target to get hit. And if your ego's not that healthy, if you actually realize there's something greater than you and find a little bit of humility, you're not going to get hit as hard, even if you do get hit, because you're going to realize that there's a purpose in it, and you're not the most important thing in the world, and that there's a way to deal with that stuff and almost be grateful for it. So, and the other thing, one of the other themes I think was in it was like that it's never too late to fix stuff.
Yeah.
If there's something you missed. I mean, I got 9 kids, and I haven't been a perfect parent. But it's, I have realized on a few occasions that you can kind of go back and fix stuff if you missed it the first time around,
It is never too late to turn things around, and that's what the film was about. This guy found himself and turned himself around, and one of the ways he did that was also by finding love, not just finding God, but through actual love. Do you feel that when you do find that true love, it is almost the same as finding God in the way that you submit and just open yourself up completely to that person?
Well, of course. I mean, a real healthy faith comes from complete abandonment of self, which is very difficult for most of us. And, some of us hang on like, I don't know if I've ever achieved that complete abandonment, maybe a few times in my life. But, Mr. Ego is always waiting there. I call him Bjorn, I just got to... he's face down in a pit in the backyard, and I always got to shovel a spoonful of dirt on him now and then just to keep him down there, or he'll get up and start wreaking havoc again. But and then I'll be Bjorn again, But yeah.
I'm picturing you in the backyard with a shovel, just smashing the bejesus out of Bjorn. Do you think the American people are very caught up in ego, the way that most people throughout the world aren't? We're fixated on ourselves and just not really looking out for the rest of the country. We're all just wrapped up in what's going on in our own lives. Do you feel that way?
Well, I think that's endemic to the entire world. It's like it's not just us, but it's a human failing. And I don't think we've cornered the market on ego, but hey, it certainly is a problem. I think the sooner you realize there's something bigger than all of us, the easier it's going to be in your life. And as I say, hard jump to make for a lot of us, even me, and I kind of understand the process.
You understand it probably better than a lot of people with your career, and I was wondering if, you had been the one that jumped up out of his seat and slapped Chris Rock, if you would have been treated the same way, Mel.
Hello, Jesse. Thank you. That's our time.
Have you ever thought about that?
Thank you, Jesse. That is our time.
Well, Mel, thank you very much for joining Jesse Waters Primetime, and we really appreciate it. April 13th, the movie drops, Father Stu. We really enjoyed it.
Thank you.